Well, I'm going to jump right in. And my contemptible idiots, you know who you are. You know, MAGA? That's how Elon Musk identified you on X. Now, you can hide that all you want and not think that he ever said that, but he did. Contemptible idiots. Why? Because Trump and Musk don't need you anymore. He doesn't need the electorate anymore. He's serving his second term, and he's going to try to stir the pot to try to run for a third term, but I highly doubt that that's going to be allowable or doable. And let's look at that and ask the question, because I know all my American friends were all raised to believe, because that's what you were told in school, just like I was, that the only reason why they reduced it to 2 terms is so we don't have a tyrant come to power or a dictator. No, they did that. The Republican Party did that initially after FDR died because they don't want another Franklin Delano Roosevelt to become president. Why do they not want him to do that? Because he taxed the rich 94%. And that's what created the middle class in this country that has deteriorated next to none now. It was called the New Deal. It was the New Deal that wasn't green yet. Full of something of our history that they try to whitewash and not let everybody know about it. But you got to watch the State of the Union address. Oh boy, everybody had their tongues hanging out. He didn't say one thing word about it, and it's not even in the bill. If you were to go and read that bill, you're not going to get what was it? What was that? $5,000 to $10,000 check every American was supposed to get. You ain't going to see that. It wasn't even mentioned. He didn't even mention it last night, and it's not even in the bill. What you did see is the good, nice, lovely tax breaks that he's given the billionaire class. What do we get? Hi, Paulette. I'm sorry, I can't really read the chat. Hello, Gordon. You're welcome to come up to the panel. But I watched a little bit of it, and to me, it was like watching McPhee the clown show. I'm like, I can't watch this. And people think it's funny. Yeah. It's supposed to be about the middle class and everything, bringing jobs back, and he ended up last week he ends up putting 3 million people on the unemployment line. 3 million. Wow. And that realize that we're at the worst unemployment rate in our country's history. It's worse than the Great Depression right now. Sure, you ain't going to feel it yet, but and by the way, I got a load of eggs out of Iowa. I had to wait 5 hours after my appointment time to finally get in a door and loaded. Okay? And no, they're not running slow. They're running as fast paced as they can. There were 25 trucks waiting. And as soon as somebody pulled out, somebody was backing in a door. They were constantly loading trucks full of eggs. And the price of eggs is because of bird flu. That's bullshit. There's no shortage of eggs. Well, I'm mostly pointing out that there's been a lot of MAGA supporters regretting their vote, and they're all over YT posting videos. Because, see, they thought it was going to happen to the other guy and not them. That there shows how selfish Americans are, that we have this cult of the self that is sickening. And at the same time, they'll tell you how Christian they are at the same time. Only in America, as Don King would say. Well, I told everybody a week ago, the best chance to have a revolution where everybody's in D.C. is during the State of the Union. you get at least 100,000 armed people going into DC. Who's going to stop them? It's going to be a slaughter. And if I was the Secret Service, yeah, I got a gun. I'd be like, and I'd see that many people. I'd be like, go on through because they're not here for me. It's like, I'm not dying for these idiots. Like, they're right there in that building. Because in every revolution, that's how it usually happens. The police will not protect those that are in power that subject everybody. But as I would tell them all in that building during the State of the Union, don't worry. The French, the aristocrats in France didn't see it coming in 1789 either. They didn't see it coming until they were stripped of everything and then put in a guillotine with their heads chopped off at the cheers of thousands of French. Like this, Americans are, I cannot believe that a lot of Americans, especially some people in my family, are that fucking gullible just to believe it because he said it. I'm like, how many times do you have to be duped to realize, I really like you, but I try to trust what you say, but you're going to have to show me. When you do that, then you get results, or you realize that you're being lied to. But I heard him talking about the MAGA supporters that still support this douche, that they're going to get like a $5,000 to $10,000 check. Some people said even $250,000. I'm like, really? Where's this money coming from? Because nobody ever asked where's the money coming from when we have to bail out the banks or AIG for 800 million or billion, I should say, dollars, an entity for their fuck up that we have to pay for. The taxpayer has to pay for that. When it comes to helping the working class and the poor of this country, it's always like, where are they going to get the money for that? And they never ask, where are we going to get the money to pay for this war? They never say that. Only if it's there to help the mass of American people. Oh, hang on, I got somebody on the panel wanting to come up. Oh. Whoa, I'm sorry. Where'd they go? Ah, there we go. Hey, it's good to hear from you again, Gordon. It's been a while.
Yeah, been a long time, eh?
Yeah, I never got to tell you this, even though I told all my Canadian friends already. I haven't told you this. That son of a bitch doesn't speak for me when it comes to Canada. And for the past couple of months, I've been watching the movie Canadian Bacon that came out in 1995 with John Candy in it, which is Canadian, but he was playing an American in it. And I'm like, and I even sent Michael Moore an email. I said, did you realize, when you made this movie, did you think it was ever going to become a reality? He responded, he put in capital letters, hell no. You ever seen Canadian Bacon?
No, but I've heard about it.
Oh my God, you got to see it.
Is there anything that could be legally done to strip Trump out of presidency and stuff like that?
Yeah, but they're not going to do anything because they're afraid of him.
What, the Dems or the Repubs?
Well, the 14th Amendment should have prevented him to ever become president in the first place, along with some representatives and some senators.
Yeah. So, what do you think of Canada's retaliation tariffs?
Hey, I'm all for it. When I forgot whoever the woman was, she was wearing glasses. She responded to Trump, and she offered California, Oregon, and Washington to join Canada. I'd be like, fucking hey, man, I'm getting health care. We won't have to go bankrupt. Who's going to win that battle? Everybody's going to be like, I love America, but fuck you. I'm going with Canada.
Can states do that? Can they separate?
Sure, they can. States can advocate leave the union because Texas has been doing it, wanting to do it for a long time.
Same with Quebec and Canada. That Quebec wanted to become a sovereign nation.
Yeah, but they wanted to keep the currency. It's like a kid that wants to leave the house, but have their own rights. It's like fuck off, you. And I noticed it was the French Canadians. They're hard to deal with anyway. That explains the rivalry between the Habs and the Nords when that existed. There's still talk about bringing the Nords back in the NHL, though.
Why can't you pronounce the whole word?
What word?
Nordique.
Oh, Nordiques, yeah, but they call them the Nords for short.
Yeah, but in Canada, we still call them the fucking Nordiques.
Yeah, I know the effing part. But
Hey.
I have a Joe Sakic jersey when he was a rookie there.
Hey, I'm a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, but since Trump's doing this to Canada, I'm cheering for all the Canadian teams, even the Montreal Canadiens. And that hurts.
Well, they did it right.
I'm a Maple Leaf fan.
Yeah, but look, I've seen a couple of Canadian American hockey games. They're not letting that bullshit ooze onto the ice and into their sport. Because none of them likes what he's talking about anyway. It's like, what, you want to make Canadian bacon a reality?
Do you agree with the Canadians booing the American national anthem?
At first, yes, because that's usually the first reaction.
But now it's getting
But
old.
see, yeah, but no, you don't. I would never boo the Canadian national anthem. I never did. And I heard it at almost every hockey game I went to.
We did.
I would never do that.
Hey, we did it at first because we were just frustrated.
Yeah. You should have hoisted up a picture of Trump's ass like he was a baby, like the Asian or the Europeans did. They made that big balloon of Donald Trump as a baby in a diaper. That was hilarious when they did that.
Yeah, I saw a funny meme from Germany where Russia is having sex with Trump. It was a Russian grizzly bear having sex with Donald Trump the pig.
Yeah, I've been trying to explain, folks, that I didn't like his tactics, going at it with Zelensky in the White House, but I'm siding with Trump in a way to end the war. Okay, because this is our doing anyway. Our CIA and our government overthrew the democratically elected president, Viktor Yanukovych, in Ukraine because he wanted to keep Ukraine neutral. Well, that's the bad language for NATO and our military-industrial complex because they want to make more money. So they overthrew him and installed Zelensky, a comedian.
But here's the thing. Russia invaded.
You want to know why they invaded? This is part you weren't being told. The Azov regiment of the Ukrainian army, a bunch of Nazis, by the way, were bombing
It doesn't matter.
Okay, hang on. They were bombing the shit out of people, unarmed civilians, in the Donbass and Donetsk area on the eastern part of Ukraine, just like the Israel is doing to Palestine. Same thing.
But here's the thing:
because they don't get along,
it didn't give Putin right to invade.
Putin was trying to reach the UN first. They didn't want to do anything. He tried reaching the United States government. They didn't want to help. So Putin put a stop to it. Like I said, if they wanted to conquer and invade and control Ukraine, where they would have killed the army, that war would have been over in 2 weeks. But he's not interested in that.
Hey, Paulette, add me on Facebook if you want. I'm Gord Andrew. I don't do anything on my channel. I'm more on Facebook. Talking to Paulette.
Yeah, but when you get the full history and story about what took place before that invasion, you'll understand why it happened.
Yeah.
Because it all goes back to World War II. You got one country, Ukraine, two sections, East and West, who did not get along and did not serve the same way in World War II. Western Ukraine supported Nazi Germany. Eastern Ukraine were the partisans that supported Russia, which were our allies. That never got solved. They hated each other for generations since then.
Well, yeah, but when Gorbachev was in office, it seemed like Russia was like nice.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way: Russia never broke any treaty that they signed. We did, thanks to Bill Clinton. NATO was obsolete when Russia unraveled anyway. But it was agreed when Russia was dissolving Russia that NATO would not go east of a unified Germany. When Bill Clinton became president, he went all the way up to the border of Russia.
So it was supposed to dissolve when the Soviet Union fell.
Well, we don't need NATO. That was the whole purpose of it, because the Red Scare that was bullshit to begin with. NATO isn't needed, but it can't stop because they're making too much money. Our military industrial complex. So we have to keep finding a new enemy all the time.
It's a perpetual war.
But Bill Clinton moved NATO all the way up into the Baltic states and Poland, which we were not supposed to do. We broke that treaty. Why do you think?
What about Finland joining NATO?
They weren't supposed to join either.
But since Putin opened his mouth and said, I'm going to invade Finland too.
I don't know where he said that. I'm not saying he didn't, but I'd like to hear when he said that. But these people, for the most part, Ukraine didn't exist until after World War I ended. Neither did Poland. A lot of those Baltic states didn't exist. You look at a map at the year 1900. That's 14 years before World War I started. You look at a map at 1900 and look at it. You'll see the Russian Empire, the German Empire, the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, and then you see the smaller ones in the southeastern part of Europe, like Greece, Serbia, but you're like, wow, there's not very many countries in Europe at that time. No, there wasn't.
Oh, there's a shit ton.
Yeah. My thing is people hate Nazis. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Okay, I got to educate people because they do not know. The word Nazi is short for the German word National,
or
which translated
party,
which translated is nationalist.
National Socialism Party.
Well, the Nationalsozialistische Deutschland Arbeiterpartei. That's how you say it in German.
But
to call them socialist is a different story.
A socialism party.
No, they weren't socialist. Everybody says that, well, it's socialism in their name. Yeah, Hitler had to do that because if he didn't do that, the working class of Germany wouldn't have paid attention to him, and he would have never got voted in as president of the chancellery.
Do you think Trump is learning too much from Hitler?
He's probably studied it out of fascination.
Would MAGA be like America's version of the Nazis?
Well, he said he was a nationalist, which is calling himself a Nazi in the German language. That's where the word Nazi comes from.
Would MAGA be Nazi?
Yes. If they claim to be a nationalist, you're a Nazi. Because in German, it means National.
Do you think Trump would be stupid enough to go too far to like have like concentration camps and stuff?
I can't predict the future, but the rich elite in this country has been pushing the working class and poor, the majority of Americans. They've been pushing and taking from us for so many years. and they're just going to see how far they can go until revolution will explode. That's why
Yeah.
that's why a few days ago they had those town hall meetings. Those town hall meetings meant nothing. They were just there to finger the pulse for revolution, and they got their answer. All the people that showed up there, woo! It's like we need to tone it down a little bit, guys, or we are going to have revolution.
Hey, it's like the Beatles that said, "So you want a revolution?" Yeah, you know. But yeah,
But this is what I got a master's degree in economics. It's history, and the history of other countries also came along with that to understand. And that's why I traveled to all these countries, because I wanted to see it for myself. I didn't want to be told. And I did. I went to Russia. I went to Germany. I went to France. I didn't get to every country in Europe, but I went to all these countries for a purpose. Sure, I went and saw the sites like everybody else did, but that still doesn't make me an expert on that country.
you were
I
going
dug
for
into the culture.
education- You were going for educational purposes.
Yeah, I went to places of historical significance, and I invaded the library. And every time I went to a library, like in Germany or France, they go, Why don't you go to a piece of theater?" I'm like, "Oh, sure. What do you got? What's going on?" They got a good show. They play some good Beethoven's, Bach, Goethe. They play them all, Mozart. I'm like, "Oh, cool." I'm trying to do the accent, but I'm not very good at it.
The Mozart. But yeah, you're not good at it because you're not fucking European.
But there's a scientist, I can't remember his name. He's dead now, but he lived to be like 95, and he headed a group of scientists called the Venus Project, and he made so much sense when he talked. He was talking to people. He goes, when I was asked, what's the greatest country in the world, the great USA, and I say, when I hear people say USA, and I'm like, have you been to India? No. Have you been to England? No. Have you been to France? No. Well, what are you basing your analysis on?
Yeah.
What are you basing your analysis on? And I usually get the same answer. Well, who are you to tell me, God damn it, what to believe? Like, you're believing what you're told. I said, I've been to all those countries, but I don't know enough about those countries to make an analysis that, America's the greatest country on earth. And to be honest with you, I said, do you think God's up there in heaven picking out his favorite countries? And why does it have to be America of all countries?
Why can't it be Canada?
Yeah, exactly. I think Canada is a lot higher than America, right, though. But
yeah,
I believe what George Carlin said.
Are you saying higher as in like geographic, or higher as in marijuana?
No, it'd be higher on the list of God's love of countries. Okay, I do know that. I believe what George Carlin said. Let me break it to you, folks. God could give a flying fuck about America. He cares about America as about as France, Berlin, the North Pole, or the Suez Canal. Why would God like America anyway? Did he find out that we got 28 delicious flavors of classic rice-a-roni? Is that why God loves it?
I don't even like it when people say God bless America. No. You bless God for letting you live.
Whenever I hear that, I would always say, don't count on it. That's the more honest answer. Don't count on it. I mean,
but for me, when I hear God bless, like God bless you, God bless, like, nuh-uh, you bless God for letting you live. Like, I'm not an atheist. I just don't believe in church, but I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. Like, they wouldn't give a shit about any country. They give a shit about the world in general, not just one country.
Yeah, but see, your intellect, and this happens to people of all high intellect, your intellect has you asking questions that you want answers to. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
And when I hear people tell Americans, don't ask questions because that's not patriotic. Yeah, it is. It means you care about your country.
Oh, yes, it is.
You want things to be better. So you question things to make things better.
Yes, exactly.
If you're not questioning, you're not caring.
You know, the logic that I try to pass on to other people and solutions that I have that would help the massive people in this on this planet. You know, for now, it's a good solution to all of our social problems here and financial problems. But you know, 50 years from now, I want some kid to come forward that would have a better idea to surpass that idea, because that's how we as humans should progress. Me, I want to take that next step in our evolution to
So I got a
advance.
question for you. Is it Trump that's in power or is Elon Musk? Because it seems like Elon Musk isn't always in his ear.
Yeah, well, I think they're both jerking each other off.
And here's the thing, Canada wants to revoke Elon Musk's citizenship.
Yes, please do so. I would
And
even pay $10 to have that happen. I'll throw in $10. They can
you
make
have
it
to
make
sign
it
a
like a
petition.
telethon.
There's a petition going around. But yeah,
But if I give
think,
money, I get to watch.
I think after Trump serves his term, and he won't serve a third term because constitution-wise, but I think America should revoke Elon Musk's citizenship and send him back to Peoria, South Africa, where he was born.
By the way, I'm still calling the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of Mexico. I'm not living in their fantasy. Just like they said they don't want to live in the fantasy of some guy that wants to be trans. Well, I'm going to throw it right back at him. Well, I'm not going to believe that you're changing the name to the Gulf of Mexico. You have no authority anyway.
It doesn't even
So
belong to you.
it doesn't belong to anybody. So
waters go into Mexico, not you.
well, it belongs to all of us. It was just named that. Who did? I don't know. But I'd sway my hands down by my waistline, say, "These nuts."
Yeah.
That would be my response to them.
And what do you think about wanting to take over Greenland?
That's stupid.
What about
Just like the Canadian thing.
Yeah. And Mexico.
Even with Darren. The first night we all found out about that, Darren had a live stream. I said, Darren, when I heard that, I've been watching Canadian Bacon over and over again. And I'm thinking, this idiot's have been watching that movie too much to want to make this a reality. I said, not only that, South Park touched on it years ago, too.
Blame
Canada. Yeah. Like, I think the people who made those movies did it out of satire. And a lot of them were Canadian that made that movie and that cartoon.
Yeah. Well, South Park is basically American. Trey Parker and his buddy there are from Colorado.
Well, all the other workers, a lot of the other workers are Canadian too. Just like Michael Moore, John Candy was the sheriff of Buffalo County here in the United States, but in real life, he's a Canadian. He was born in Toronto.
And Michael Moore, he was born in Michigan.
Yeah, that's why I would like to meet his daughter, because his daughter shows up to Comic-Cons on his behalf. She's a lovely lady. There's one question I've been dying to ask that I want an answer to. How did John become a Cubs fan is what I'd like to know. Because I'm a diehard Cubs fan. I was born there in Chicago.
Probably because of the Second City thing. Like he started in Second City in Chicago, then moved back to Toronto to do SCTV.
Yeah, I used to watch that. It was on Cinemax.
But yeah, he probably started his comedy career in Chicago at Second City.
Yeah, John Candy was one of my idols.
John Candy, and what you saw with John Candy is what you got. Like he was that genuine of a personality. Like he even owned,
all the actors.
He even owned the Argonauts of the CFL.
Yeah. Yeah, the first year they won the championship, he was in partnership with Wayne Gretzky.
And Bruce McNall.
That I didn't know. I thought Bruce it was just him and Gretz.
No, it was Bruce McNall, Gretzky, and Candy.
But John Candy would show up to every game. He'd be in a nice suit, come
He
on
would
out
be,
and waving to the
he would
fans.
sit with the fans instead of in a press box.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, because John Candy, like I always thought John Candy was for the people. Like he was a
Mhm.
people, like he was like
Could
humble
have
as
been a,
humble can be.
yeah, he would have been a brilliant prime minister, the way he was.
I was going to get some chips or something. Do you want some chips? I can go
But-
anything?
Doesn't matter.
But him and Robin Williams were my idols, and I would love to have seen a movie with those two together.
Oh, someone- Oh, chocolate.
Want my card?
Yeah.
Or you got money?
No. But he-
Take my card.
Yeah, but
It's in my wallet.
yeah, I just wanted to do one chocolate also. It's not just one chocolate.
No, not 79. 84.97.
I just wanted
If tab doesn't work.
No, I just asked one chocolate.
You trying to remember a combination?
I'm talking to a family member. She's gonna
Watch the dog.
get some stuff for us.
You're saying numbers, and I'm like, is that
Yeah,
a combination
because I
to
was
save?
I was telling her my PIN number because she's taking
Oh.
my card to go to the store.
But no, John Candy and Robin Williams were my idols ever since I was a little boy, and I've always would like to have seen them two in a movie together. You imagine what a movie would have been like with John Candy and Robin Williams in it? It would have been
It
a
would-
suit.
It wouldn't go to theaters because it would cost too much money just to play it because it'd be that damn good.
Oh, they would have. Well, yeah, they would have made a lot of money with that movie. They would have done it. It would have been hilarious.
I got to go upstairs. I'm bringing you up there with me because I got to keep the dog company.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll wait for you.
No, you're coming with me.
Cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, John Candy, I loved him. Johnny LaRue.
Yeah, I was telling a lot of MAGA people, especially my sister. I said, I know you're a Star Trek fan like me, but you know Captain Kirk, William Shatner's is a Canadian. Where? But I'm curious, where was he from in Canada?
Montreal, Quebec.
Montreal?
Yeah. Hey, that's my dog saying hi.
I said, Alex Trebek, the host of Jeopardy, was Canadian. What's the matter with you people?
How many chips you want, Bruce?
Ketchup. And make sure it's a Canadian brand.
What? No, they no old Dutch.
No Lays,
Dutch.
Old Dutch, or compliments.
That's why I've been telling everybody in every live stream I do. Watch the movie Canadian Bacon a couple of times.
Have you ever seen the movie Strange Brew?
Which one?
Strange Brew?
No.
The Bob and Doug McKenzie movie?
No, I haven't seen that.
Have you ever heard of Bob and Doug McKenzie?
No.
Of course, you've seen SCTV.
Wait, that was so long ago. I don't remember everybody that. The only ones that I remember that became big stars like John Candy.
Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas were Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah, well, the guy he played in, he was the father in the American Pie movies that had the glasses. I can never remember his name. He was in
Eugene
SCTV.
Levy.
Yes,
Eugene
he was in
Levy.
it.
He's
I remember
Canadian.
him there.
He's
Yeah,
Canadian.
he's Canadian also.
Yeah, he's from Toronto.
And then I get into music. I said, you know, Rush, Gordon Lightfoot, Loverboy, you know, Brian Adams,
What
you know,
about Triumph?
BTO. A lot of
about
good bands come out of Canada. Oh, Triumph came out of there too?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hey, have you ever heard of Stompin' Tom Connors?
No.
Should look him up. He might be your style of music. He's like country, but more like folk country, like, and he's funny. Oh,
Neil
Sudbury
Young.
Saturday. He's the one that did the hockey song for, like, hey out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. The whistle blows.
Who did? It's a good old hockey game. It's the best game you
Yeah.
can name.
A good old hockey game. The game.
Oh,
best
it's a
game
good
you
old
can
hockey
name.
game.
But the song is called the hockey song.
Yeah, here in Cincinnati at the Cyclones games, you'd hear that when the Zamboni's coming out and Zamboni's the ice. They play that.
They got good
Oh, it's a
taste.
good old hockey game. Yeah.
They got good taste.
Yeah, and almost every hockey game you go to, they play the American national and the Canadian national anthem. Everybody respected both. But now we're going to listen to an orange, hemorrhoid, and now everybody's going to turn against Canada. Like, you guys are fucking idiots.
You should be supporting Canada because he's trying to destroy my country.
Yeah, no, I give you,
And I'm going
you
to say
guys an
our
example.
country because I was going to say our country because I consider you like you're honorary Canadian.
Yeah, I'm like, when you look at people, can you tell if they're Canadian or not? No. And I like the guy in
You
Canadian.
can listen to their accent.
Well, yeah, some of them, but the black guy that was on the president's staff, and they were talking about Canada, and he goes, "Hell, they're whiter than we are." That was hilarious.
Yeah, because we don't get much sun because it's always
That's
winter.
what. That's why I tell everybody, y'all need to see the movie Canadian Bacon. Trust me,
Why do you keep
You'll-
referencing Canadian bacon?
because of the shit that's going on. It's what went on in the movie.
You know what Canadian bacon? You know the food Canadian bacon?
Yeah,
It's actually called in Canada. It's called pea meal ham.
yeah, it's fried ham, is what it is.
No, pea meal. Like it has like peas, the vegetable.
Yeah,
They dried it up and made it into a flour type thing, and they coated the
Ooh.
outside of it. But
yeah.
now,
See, I haven't tried it
now
like
it's
that.
now it's cornmeal, but it's still called pea meal.
Yeah, see, I've never tried that.
It's basically our version of bacon. Like there's Italian bacon, Irish bacon, Canadian bacon.
Gordon, trust me, you get on Netflix or something or somewhere. I'm sure. I know you can get on YouTube because everybody's been watching it.
Is
Watch the
Canadian
movie.
bacon like a love note to Canada?
No, it's where this movie came out in 1995. Shortly thereafter.
I thought it was in the 80s.
No, it came out in 95.
John Candy died before 95.
Yeah, I know. But they didn't. They took a while to release it. I don't know why. It was the last movie that John Candy did that they released. The last one he did was Wagons East.
The Western.
But trust me, you watch that movie, you'll understand what I've been getting at, and you'll thank me for it later. You'll probably watch it a couple of times.
But would that movie be like a love note to Canada?
No, it was satire. Everybody enjoyed it, especially the hockey game.
So it is kind of like a love note to Canada. Like Canada, we love. Like it's basically John Candy's version of telling people he loves Canada.
Yeah, a big fight got ensued at the hockey game, and the guy that climbs the glass that punches John Candy where it starts, because John Candy said, "I don't know, but the beer sucks." Everybody stopped, even on the ice. And you saw a hockey player climb over the glass and then start punching on John Candy. That was actually Claude Lemieux that did a cameo there.
He's Canadian.
Yeah, and they were all fighting, even on the ice. And then they cut away to our General Panzer and the president's aide. They're watching bombing videos. And then he turns to the channel and they say, there were a hockey a fight broke out in Niagara Falls, Canada. And then you see John Candy, where the Mountie, the OPP officer has him by the top of his jacket and hauling him away. And he has his hand on the other guy saying, "I want to call the embassy." He was there with John Candy, one of his assistants,
Yeah.
And they stop walking, and John Candy goes, "All I said was Canadian beer sucks." And then all of a sudden he pushes the guy out of the way, and then him and John Candy start getting into a fight. It was hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, like I don't think Trump has the balls to invade Canada.
Um, the rest of the world would get involved and they would be fighting us.
It's
And plus,
like
I don't think there's going to be anybody going to be willing to bring their rifles to the border and fight Canada. I'd be like, are you people fucking serious?
eh, and it's like the European Union president said, Europe's got our back.
Nobody's going to be willing to fight Canada. They're like, what are we doing? We might as well be just shooting our own people. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
I read somewhere that the military can say no to the president.
Yes, they can.
If it's like we're not a threat, we're just a peaceful sovereign nation, and to invade us would be war crime.
See, a true officer upstanding his oath would, because the soldiers would most likely listen to the commanding officer. He'd be like, I'm not going to take this order, and I object. And I hope you all follow me too.
And they're legally allowed to if they find that it's not a just order.
Well, it's not a sane one either.
I mean, just as in justified.
Like I'll be pointing the guns at our president trying to remove him from office.
Yeah. Well, someone tried to do that before he became and missed twice.
Well, I don't want him killed. I want him drugged through the streets and humiliated.
Naked?
I don't care.
No. We don't want to be embarrassed. Having him run around naked on the streets would humiliate us. Poison our eyes.
Have him on his knees in front of a bunch of poor black folks. Naked on his knees begging for his life. That's what I want.
Or tie him behind a horse and have him dragged. Or have him quartered.
I'd rather have him alive, going through mental anguish and everything, which he deserves.
Do you think he deserves to be in Gitmo?
Yeah, but still, I want him publicly humiliated.
Put a webcam at Gitmo at his cell.
Too bad we're not like Japan. You screw up, and you're supposed to commit seppuku. Out comes the long knife, and I'll second him.
Isn't it a katana, not a knife?
No, it's a knife. You cut yourself. No, the katana is held by the person that is seconding him. They're there to chop your head off if you don't start slicing your belly open.
You know, Japan still has the death penalty, don't you?
That I didn't know.
Yeah, they killed the inmate by hanging. But it's like a sterile area where they hang you. And there's 3 buttons. Only one button does the deed, but 3 guards push all the buttons. It's like a firing squad. Like only one guard is given the bullet.
Mm-hmm. A lot of your samurais back in the day for hundreds of years, the way they protested it is they were honorable men that did nothing wrong. They were very honorable, and through protest of their leader, they would commit seppuku.
Is that what they did with the World War II with the kamikazes? Is that basically committing seppuku?
So similar thereof, yes. That's why I honor the Japanese, even though that they were our enemies then. I still honored them, and I tell people, look, they served their people, they served their emperor, and they did it with honor.
Yeah, it might have been twisted, but it's still honor.
That right there is the warrior code, and I've always lived by that, just like my father.
Bush. That's the Bush. That's the Bush. Bushido or Bushido. Yeah.
Well, if you want to go with Star Trek, that's the way the Klingons were too. Because I remember he told that one, if you told us what the codes were, I would have killed you where you stand.
Even the Japanese are still sticking to that code of honor.
Not like they used to. I've been watching too much Shogun, is what it is. You need to see that too. The new version of Shogun. Oh, it's excellent.
But they're sticking by their treaty. They're not going anywhere. Like when it comes to the military.
Yeah. See. Oh, yeah. By the way, Kana didn't come back yet. I thought she was going to be there for Elimination Chamber in Toronto, and Darren was going to go and interview her. I was like, oh, hot damn. But she wasn't there.
I think she's doing her own thing now. Like she's still employed by the WWE, and she still does some appearances. But I think they've given her like a chance. Let her do her own, like she's directing movies. She's
really? I didn't know that.
Making video games. Like she's doing.
Well, she's a businesswoman.
Japanese culture.
Yeah. See, she's already wrestled 2 matches over in Japan.
Did you
to
see
test out her knee, and she looked great.
Did you see who became the new world's woman heavyweight champion?
No, because I don't watch because she's not there.
Io Shirai or Io Sky or Io Shirai is now
Io Sky.
But her Japanese name was Io Shirai.
Oh, okay.
And she beat Rhea Ripley for the women's heavyweight championship.
Yeah, my top 3 in the women's division of WWE is Kana, Rhea Ripley, and Natalya.
My top 3: Trish Stratus, Medusa, and
Trish couldn't wrestle. She just had a set of boobs.
I like Trish Stratus. I like Medusa. And I like Wendy Richter.
Oh, well, I didn't go back in history that far. Wendy got screwed just like Bret Hart did.
But for modern women, like now, it would have to be Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, she can hang with the guys when it comes to wrestling.
Doesn't that kind of remind you of China?
Yes, exactly. Because she can kick the shit out of the guys. Like, she kicked the shit out of Dominic. I'm like, I bet you that could happen in real life.
Hey, her husband is with AEW, Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, but Rhea Ripley's a hot commodity. She's top of the women's division. Plus, I saw what Rhea Ripley did when she's not, she came out of character. She's walking out of the stadium and she's got these guards around her. And there was this girl trying to get to her and she sees the girl and she walks right up to the girl and hugs her and holds her. And I'm like, that's a lot of heart there. Because I remember the baseball players in my day, they'd come up to you, you're standing by the wall, they'll come up and sign anything you wanted. All those big stars like Ernie Banks, Ryan Sandberg, all of them. They love their fans.
And shake your hand.
Yes, but since the late 90s, that all ended. But when Rhea Ripley showed that, I was like, I like her.
Yeah. And you know who also reminds me of China? Nia Jax.
Well, Nia Jax got the strength and the size. And for a big-ass woman, she's good looking. That woman's just got a lot of ass. It happened when she had her first child. She wasn't that big all the time.
She's not a mom.
I thought she had a kid.
No. She's Samoan. She's big.
Well, a lot of them had kids. That's why they took time off after the pregnancy, and then they came back.
No, that's not Nia. Nia Jax never had a kid.
Because that's why the first time Kana took 8 months off, and then a few weeks after she had the kid, a month after she had her kid, she came back. That's why everybody's like, she was pregnant. Like, yeah, they're not going to wait till she's starting to show a belly.
Same with that Irish girl.
Yeah, that's the problem with women. They hold children, and when they do, like, you can't wrestle anymore. You have a miscarriage.
Sherry did. Sensational Sherry took bumps.
Oh, Sister Sherry?
Yeah,
I didn't know she was ever pregnant.
she has 2 boys.
She probably came out there as a valet for Shawn Michaels, but didn't get involved physically until after.
She took bumps,
But that was probably after.
or probably in her first trimester where it's not as harmful.
Yeah, she had a good character, and Sherry Martel was really good.
Sherry.
Just like Sunny was the same way.
Have you
But
seen
Sunny,
Sunny now?
but she couldn't wrestle. She'll never get out of prison.
Have
after
you
what
seen
she
what
did?
she looks like now?
Oh, she looks like a train wreck. She pissed her life away.
Trainwreck is putting it lightly.
Yeah, but she murdered somebody drunk driving.
Yeah, but she's gained a lot of weight. She's not like Sunny anymore.
That's true.
She looks like your regular trailer park trash girl.
Yeah, it's like, look, if you want to stay pretty, because she would probably still be hot if she didn't drink and do drugs.
Like Trish
And she
Stratus.
probably-
Trish Stratus is 50 and she still looks amazing.
Yeah, because she don't mess with drugs and she doesn't drink, and she
Well, she
keeps
does
in shape.
occasionally. Like if she's going to an event like a award ceremony, she'll have a glass of wine or a glass of champagne.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about packing it away, shots of Jack Daniels and shit.
And Trish Stratus was a fitness model before wrestler, so she knows how to take care of her body.
Yeah, I wish I would have known Joni Lauer, because I had the hots for her early on, before anybody else did. I was amazed at that woman's strength
When
and her build and everything.
DX,
When she first came out, yeah, I was like, who is this woman? I thought she was hot. And if I got to know her, I would have kept, no, she was. No. I seen her in a movie. She did a short part in a movie, and I can't remember what it was. I knew who she was, sort of.
Was it a porno?
No, it was a regular movie. And this was before she started packing on the muscle. And if I would have been like, I'm like, Joni, let me be your agent. You don't have to pay me much, but let me be your agent because I want to protect you. I'd have kept her away from that shit.
Well, Triple H tried.
No, Triple H broke her heart. And that's when she started down that dark path, because Triple H dumped her for Stephanie McMahon.
And Joni / China went for Sean Waltman / X-Pac.
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
I think Joni, like, I love Joni Lauer, not China. I love Joni Lauer. Like, she was relatable as a person. Like,
do you remember they only had one of these? They had the celebrity boxing, and she went up against Danny Buttafuoco. I called him Danny Buttawipo because he was an asshole. And Danny Bonaducci boxed Barry Williams, was the main event. They actually had these celebrities.
It's not Danny Buttafuoco. It's Joey Buttafuoco.
Oh, Joey Buttawipo is what I called him, because he was an asshole. And I was waiting for China to bust that nigga's ass. That's what I was wanting. And Joni barely put up a fight.
because Joni wasn't a real fighter.
No, but if knowing going into this, I would have put her through some training. I said, yeah, you're going to swing and hit like a fucking man, and if you need to, hit him in the fucking nuts. I don't care, and I don't think anybody else would care watching.
They were,
They would cheer you.
as far as I know, he's got no nuts because Amy Fisher cut it off.
Amy Fisher.
Or was it
But
Lorena Bobbitt that cut off?
Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah.
But they only had it once, just like the Glutton Bowl. They only had it once, and I'm like, man, I was like, oh man.
But yeah, I don't think Joni was a fighter. Sean, you there? So yeah, Paulette, if you want to add me on Facebook, it's Gord Andrew. Kira, come here.
Ah, I was trying to make it back before Gordon left, guys. My battery went dead. Hopefully the charger is going to keep it charged. I got 1%. I didn't know my battery was dying. I had it plugged in. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Gordon, hey, come back. Yeah, me and Gordon always have a good conversation. Glad I finally got to tell him that, though. Like I told all my other, foreign friends, that douchebag's not speaking for me. That's all I wanted to let him know. Yeah, my cord's not long enough, so I have you guys sitting in the handle of my cooler that sits between the seats on the charger. I was hoping to make it back, and Gordon would still be here. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. Oh, there he is. Oh, cool. Ah, there we go. Oh, I didn't know I had to bring you back up. I'm sorry about that. My battery went dead, and I was like, oh, no.
I guess it knocked me down because it was too long of a wait.
Really? Holy shit, that tanker went into the woods over there.
So, yeah. I love the American people, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like
It's who our leader is.
yeah. Like I feel bad for you guys having to go through the terror because it's going to hurt you guys more than it's going to hurt us.
Yeah, but see, he doesn't understand what tariffs is. He thought tariffs was going to sock it to China and make them pay. No, China's going to get their money. We pay the fucking tariff.
Yeah.
It's just a fancy word for tax. But he made the MAGAs, because they're stupid, he made it sound like, oh, we're going to stick it to the man. You ain't going to stick it to nothing. You're going to take that dildo without KY and stick it in your own ass.
You stuck it to yourself.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to tell MAGA. You're sticking that dildo without KY up your own ass is what you're doing. And China is laughing at you.
They got lube. It's called hot sauce.
Hot sauce. Damn.
And not Frank's Red Hot. They got the bomb.
Because I'd like to buy one of those BYD vehicles. They were the best made and the cheapest electric vehicle, the BYD.
Yeah, but don't get Musk's.
See that? Yeah, because Musk overcharges for a substandard piece of shit. The BYD company won the competition when it comes to the best quality and cheapest electric car.
Yeah. But yeah, is there anything that could be done to get Trump out right now, or is
revolution?
Or is it you guys are just stuck with him for the 4 years?
We'll probably be stuck with him for the 4 years. Well, our best thing that'll happen is there are two seats of it. There's 2 seats available coming up, and that would even up the House, where they wouldn't have the majority.
Or he dies of a heart attack.
Yeah, but then we end up with Mr. Eyeliner Vance from Ohio, my home state.
Yeah.
He's a cheesy ass piece of shit.
And I seen a meme on Facebook that says Trump and Vance cared about what Zelensky wore at the Oval, didn't wear a suit because his country is in war. Like he doesn't have to wear a suit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Churchill. Churchill never wore a suit when they were in World War II. But yeah, but the meme said Trump and Vance cared about if.
Oh, just the people listening.
But
I got to.
But you know who doesn't care about if Zelensky wears a suit or not? The fucking King of England, King Charles.
Yeah, but see, I wanted to tell everybody this. Look, class isn't something you buy. Look at Donald Trump. He's got $100,000 suit on, and he's still a low life. Class isn't something you buy.
Yeah.
You can try.
So would Trump be like the real life Lex Luthor?
He wishes. Lex Luthor was a lot smarter than Trump.
But I'm saying like villain wise, like because wasn't Lex Luthor a rich millionaire too?
Yeah, but Lex Luthor was funny. He turned when they were in prison. He turned to that guy. And goes, "I want my Liberace records by the end of the day."
Not that. I'm talking about the comic book, not Gene Hackman. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, but Gene he passed away when that happened.
Yeah, him and his wife died a few days ago.
Oh, how did that happen?
They don't know. It's still under investigation because they're thinking it's foul play.
No, I love Gene Hackman,
And
especially as Lex Luthor. He was hilarious.
yeah, but I'm saying like him and his wife died like last weekend.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
I know he was up in age, though.
But they're saying the death is kind of suspicious because he was still in good health when last time people saw him.
Had to at least been in his late 80s. He was old.
They were suspecting carbon monoxide poisoning.
That's weird.
And they're suspecting the neighbor of killing him because the neighbor called 911. Like, it seemed like it was too convenient.
Mm-hmm.
But they also suspected it was a murder-suicide by his wife. They're suspecting a lot of things. Because it was a sudden death. It wasn't like... But yeah, you're right. Gene Hackman was a good Lex Luthor. Or as
Yes.
Otis would say, Luthor.
Otis, you want to see a real long arm?
Yes, Mr. Luthor.
But my favorite line was when he turned to that guy. I want my Liberace records by the end of the day.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the comic book Lex Luthor. Like, do you think Donald Trump is like Lex Luthor?
No. Because Donald Trump thinks he's very intelligent, in which he isn't. And it proves that when he was sitting there with Zelensky. He has no clue of what the buildup was and what caused Ukraine and all this mess to happen. Trump had no clue.
Do you think Trump has his head so far up Putin's ass he can't even see?
Well, Putin calls him an idiot behind his back because he is. But he goes, at least that idiot understands us.
So would Putin be more like Lex Luthor?
Well, Putin is just leading his people. And he wanted to stop the killing of these innocent people that spoke Russian from the Western Ukrainians that were just murdering these people. And Putin went to the UN, he went to the United States, they didn't want to hear it. So he said, I'm going in, I put a stop to this. That's why, if you look, they never went beyond the Donbass, the eastern part of Ukraine to protect those people. Yes, there were certain parts they went to make sure it was safe.
They went to Kyiv.
But mostly the territories that they invaded and maintained is Donetsk and the Donbass and the separatist areas. Now, what was that? The Caucasus down south there. Those people voted to rejoin Russia, but that wasn't put in the news. The people of the Caucasus there along the coast, southern coast there, they wanted to rejoin Russia.
So are you thinking Zelensky's in the wrong?
Zelensky was put in a position he had no reason to be in.
But do you think
But
he's in the wrong?
No. Zelensky did the best he could, even though he knew that he had a bunch of rich, elite people that wanted something done. And he knew his life was going to be on the line if he refused.
So Zelensky's. So it was a natural reaction for Zelensky.
Yeah. You want to know why they picked, another reason why they picked Zelensky? Because in a Ukrainian TV show, he played as the president of Ukraine. And his acting skills were great.
He's a comic. He's a comic, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a comedian also. But
That's
he played.
He's a comic, like comedian.
Yeah, but he played as the president of Ukraine in a TV show in Ukraine for a few years.
Did they also?
Did
they also pick him because he's Jewish? He could.
I don't think that had anything to do with it. But he was a puppet, RCIA appointed after we overthrew Viktor Yanukovych. If RCIA hadn't overthrown the democratically elected president of Ukraine, none of this would ever happen.
Do you think Boris Yeltsin would have invaded?
No. But Boris Yeltsin would be like, why are you guys moving NATO up against our border, which you agreed not to through a treaty?
Boris Yeltsin seemed like he was the better president for Russia, though. Like, he was relatable.
But Canadian Bacon touches up on this subject about Russia. They brought the Russian premier and his assistant, and he gave him a bucket of KFC chicken, and he's eating it. It was like, and the president of the United States says, why do you say we mix it up a little bit? Like the good old days. He looks over at his assistant, and he goes, Mr. President, please. He throws the bone of the chicken in the bucket. And he goes, what is there to do? You won. You're the leader of the world now. Don't be a sore winner. And he's trying to leave, right? And he goes, during the Cold War, we were human beings? He goes, when we bought trillions of dollars for nuclear weapons and submarines, and what did that rubbish get us? Soup lines and Mayday parades. And the General Panzer didn't want him to leave. And he said, what do you mean you told the line a little bit? And you decided, I don't want to do it anymore. And he was trying to pick a fight with them is what it is, because they want to get the Cold War back going again, because the military-industrial complex isn't making any money.
They got bored.
So the president's assistant named Stu, he goes, you only get one chance. He runs behind the president of Russia on the red carpet going to the helicopter and tackles him. And President Panzer goes, way to go, Stu! And then he jumps on him. It was ridiculous.
So Russia's not the real enemy.
No, they never were. We that grew up in the Cold War, but my grandfather that fought with the 82nd Airborne in World War II, that met up with those Russians in Berlin at the end of the war and shared a bottle of vodka with and made friends with, he sat me on his knee as a little boy and saying, he told me, don't believe what they're telling you about these Russian people, because they were friends of mine after the war in Berlin. They're just like we are. They just speak a different language. I never believed it.
And they had a different culture back in the 70s and 80s with the communists.
So they say. But it was no different.
Like,
they're just like we are. They just speak a different language.
I love Gorbachev. Like, he was a good president for Russia.
Yeah, if you met a bunch of Russians, you'd be like, these are decent people. They're just like we are. They just speak a different language. That's it.
And the women are hotter than...
Well, what it is they are a part of the Norse history. They were called the Rus Vikings. Just like Germany, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark. All Vikings. That's why they got the blonde hair and blue eyes there in Russia, too.
Don't you find Russian women to be kind of attractive?
Oh yeah, they are. I've been there. I couldn't find an ugly one.
Even the grandmas wearing the babushkas.
I didn't see that very many old people when I went out. Just like in Japan, it's like you see pretty eyes everywhere. All these girls, and they're looking at you. Well, me anyway, because I'm like Godzilla in human form.
Or you're like God, or you're God because you're white and you're tall.
And when we went to that wrestling in Osaka, Japan, they thought I was a wrestler because I had long hair and I was such a giant of a man. And that's where I first met Kana, and I was like, "Who is this woman?" I never even knew her, and I kept giving her the hand symbol. Would you like to go for a drink? That's how I first met her because it was like an unseen force knocked me on my ass. I was wobbling. Barry put his hand up and go, "You all right, mate?" I'm like, "Barry, who is this woman?" Because she stopped in front of me and looked right up at me and smiled. And I smiled right back, and I was looking at those eyes were sparkling and everything. It was like, gosh, she got gorgeous eyes too. I
Hey,
was like, "Barry, who is that woman?"
hey, you like Japanese women? Have you ever heard of a singer by the name of Stephanie? Stephanie Borges?
No, no.
She was in a band called Shoya.
Well, I know the girls that I don't know them by name, but I know the girls that are in that baby metal band. They look like a
I'm
bunch of
talking about
teenagers, but
I'm talking about the 80s. Like there's a woman singer named Stephanie Borges. She's born in Hawaii but lived in Japan, and she considered she considers herself Japanese American. But she's gorgeous. Like she sang the song "Hideaway" and
I have to check that out.
you
Anyway, if you watch the new version of Shogun, the woman that plays Maria in that, she's 100% Japanese, but she was born and raised in New Zealand.
so she's not
That's
100%
what.
in Japanese.
Yeah, she is. Her parents were Japanese. She just was born and raised in New Zealand. That's why she's fluent in English and Japanese.
So she's not 100% Japanese. Her birth certificate says New Zealand.
Yeah, but her parents were Japanese, 100%.
And Dakota Kai for wrestling, she's New Zealand, but she's Japanese descent.
That's why she speaks English and Japanese.
Is there a good amount of people that in Japan that do speak English?
It's a lot more broader than it used to be.
Or more in
From
the
what
touristy areas?
they're starting to catch up to the Philippines, just like China is. I learned that by listening to um, the WWE wrestler John Cena. He's married to a Chinese woman.
No, he's not.
And his wife is Chinese. Look it up.
No, he's not married anymore.
He's not? Well, I didn't know if he got a divorce, but he speaks Chinese also. And he said that the Chinese women are catching up when it comes to speaking English. They're learning both languages. Just like the Japanese, they're learning English.
John Cena's. I hate John Cena. At Elimination Chamber, he turned heel, like big heel.
Uh huh. What? Him and his wife get divorced? I thought he had a good marriage.
He was never married to that person. They were dating,
I thought they were married.
and it wasn't a Chinese woman. It was Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella,
Yeah,
the Bella twins.
yeah.
At one
They're
time,
not-
I heard him. He was saying that he was, his wife was Chinese national because he was speaking in Chinese Mandarin, I should say.
I'll look it up. Maybe he just learned it because he traveled the world.
I'm telling you, the Japanese women got it all going on. But the problem is they don't speak English as broadly as the women from the Philippines do.
The Philippines That's a different story, isn't it? Okay. He had 2 wives,
Wow.
Elizabeth Huberdeau. She was born in West Newbury, Massachusetts. And his other wife was Shay something. Can't pronounce it. And she's from Iran.
Iran. She must have been Persian then.
Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Iran.
I'm about ready to start acting like the Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik.
Yeah. That's the well, I had a student years ago named Melonia, and I've always wanted a real authentic keffiyeh, and he gave me one. I'm like, cool. I put it on, and I immediately started to act like the Iron Sheik. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
I spit on Hulk Hogan. I want to break his leg.
I'll put him in a camel clutch, break his back, fuck him in the ass, and make him humble. That's what he would say all the time. Everybody hated Hulk Hogan. You know what it was? You know what it would have saved the night and would have been really good and have him as an emergency? When they brought Hogan out and booed him, I felt sorry for Jimmy Hart. When Hogan came out and they booed him, I would have been like, okay, well, Ron, you're on. I had Ron come up on a screen looking like, damn. Everybody would have loved that.
Oh,
Ron Simmons, yeah. That would have saved the night right there if they had Ron Simmons come on in the screen and looking like, and everybody would be cheering and be like, damn. Right there in Hogan's face, too.
Yeah. Hogan, I'm no longer a Hulkamaniac because of what Hogan did.
Well, yeah, it's like what I learned is the people
with Trump. He aligned himself with Trump.
Yeah, that was sickening, but it's true. The people who were heels when I was a kid were decent, big-hearted people, and the ones that were the faces were assholes.
Except for Bret Hart.
Well, Bret Hart started off as a heel.
He was a face in Stampede Wrestling.
Oh, he was? Well, that was before the mass of people knew who he was.
Right. Like, I love Bret Hart.
But that was always my favorite tag team, whether they were heel or face. I've always liked the Hart Foundation.
With Jim the Anvil Neidhart?
Oh, yeah. And Jim the Anvil said it was more fun being a heel.
Well, was Jim the Anvil Neidhart an NFL football player?
Yes, he was drafted by the Oakland Raiders, but he was injured. Just like Ron Simmons. They retired his number there at Florida State University, and he went and played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and a couple other teams until he got injured.
I thought it was the Washington Redskins.
I think he did go to the Skins, and that's when he got injured and had to leave football and then join wrestling. A lot of them did that.
Careful with my money.
Yeah.
They'd get an injury in football and can't play again, so they turned to wrestling.
This was $2. And I got the Skittles.
Yeah, Ron Simmons was like the runner-up for the Heisman that year, his last year of college.
That's it.
That's it.
Emergencies only.
Okay. I just want to. I won't spend $39.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
Sure.
as far as chores for today, take a break.
I did the dishes.
I mean, like
Yeah.
major cleaning.
Yeah. I just
take a
did the
break.
dishes.
Yeah.
I did the containers and I.
So I got some ketchup chips
And Skittles.
and coffee crisp chocolate bar. But yeah, I never really liked Hogan. Like, I loved Hogan as a kid, but as an adult, I never liked him, even when he went NWO.
Yeah, Ron Simmons is the reason why I hope my son gets a a full ride scholarship to Florida State next year for football. Because boy, they're out there every time during the playoffs. I had one of the scouts come up to me. He goes, "You're Sean Jr.'s father." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Sean Sr. Nice to meet you." I shook his hand, and he said, "We're interested in your son." I said, "He's only a junior. He's got another year to go." I thanked him for that. I said, "I appreciate y'all doing this. I said, hopefully to see you next year." And we talked a bit. I'm like, "Okay, And I looked at the logo on his shirt, and it was an oval blue with a white Y in it. Okay, my big mistake. I looked at that logo and I'm like, why? I'm like, that's Yale, isn't it? No. It's not Yale. I thought it was Yale, which is an Ivy League college up in the Northeast. I'm like, oh yeah, but it was BYU in Texas. They call it the Y.
BYU's in Utah. Brigham Young University. That's in Utah.
It's in Texas.
No, Utah.
Because it's on I-35. I passed by it many a time.
BYU is Brigham Young University. That's in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Google it for me. Because I know they got the Utes there.
I'm Mormon.
I'm Mormon. Because there was a famous NFL quarterback that came out of this college in Texas. That's how I knew about it. But I thought the logo was Yale. My brother goes, "That's not Yale. That's BYU."
That's Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah.
It's in Provo, Utah?
Yeah.
Then what's the one in Texas then? I thought it was BYU was in Texas.
No, it's Texas A&M.
No, there's a bunch of colleges that are big in Texas. There's the University of Texas, which is the Longhorns. I think RG3 came out of this college, if I remember correctly. It's right off of Interstate 35 because I see the stadium clearly right off the interstate.
I Googled it, and it's Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah.
That's a nice area. That's who was talking to me.
It's near Salt Lake.
I was talking to my brother because he graduated from Indiana University, and I'm like, I said, Yale was. He's like, what did the logo look like? I said, it's an oval blue with a Y in it, and he's like, that's not Yale.
Yale is just a white background with a blue Y.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. The only college I know that starts with the letter Y is Yale.
Yeah. Yeah, BYU's in Utah. I should know. I'm Mormon.
Yeah, but there's a college that shares the same letters that's in Texas.
Then they're copyright infringing.
Hang on one second. I'm going to look that up.
You're thinking Texas Tech. Oh,
no, that's in.
Yeah, you're thinking Texas Tech.
Baylor is what I was thinking. The hell?
Baylor University.
Yeah, I got those mixed up.
Yeah,
the Baylor University. Because I passed by there a lot.
And Baylor's not blue, it's green.
Yes.
It's BU and green.
I got it mixed up. That's who I thought it was. Well, what my brother told me.
Maybe your brother's colorblind.
No, I was. I was getting colleges, the locations mixed up. But at first, I thought that was Yale. The only college I know would start with Y.
But yellow doesn't have an oval.
Yeah, but hopefully next year, after the football season, hopefully they go to state undefeated. I'm hoping to see Florida State. I'd be like, yeah, come over here. I want to talk to you. I want my son to be a Seminole, not a Hurricane, and not a Gator. The only reason is because Ron Simmons, and there's a lot of famous NFL players come out of there as a Seminole. But Ron Simmons was one of my favorites.
Yeah. What do you think? Ron Simmons had more of a successful career in WCW than WWE.
I like the Nation of Domination.
What about Doom with Butch Reed?
Yeah, that was a good gimmick.
And
But his best one when
Ron Simmons won the WCW championship. He beat
first
Vader.
black man.
He beat Vader.
Yeah, it was the first black man.
Yeah. But I can't believe he beat Vader. Vader was tough.
Yeah, but I did like him as the APG in WWE or the APA. I think the APA.
Bradshaw? With Bradshaw?
Yeah, with Bradshaw. That they were a good tag team.
Yeah. You know what Bradshaw's first gimmick was for the WWF?
Hey, it was some kind of cowboy, I think.
Justin Hawk Bradshaw, and his manager was Dutch Mantell.
Hey, he's a legend. Dutch Mantell was.
Dutch Mantell did a different gimmick when he was with Jack Swagger. He was
Didn't he come out of Mid-South during the Territories era?
Yeah, he was Uncle Zeb. Dutch Mantell's first gimmick was Uncle Zeb. And he's from Smoky Mountain.
Well, Dutch Mantell was originally started in Mid-South and then went to Smoky Mountain.
But he went to Smoky Mountain as the character Uncle Zebediah.
Oh, okay. Because Jim Cornette was in charge of Smoky Mountain.
I love James E. Cornette.
Isn't he supposed to make the Hall of Fame this time?
They're pulling for him, but I don't think he will because he burned too many bridges.
He was the greatest talking manager there ever was. You couldn't keep up with him. And
he was highly educated in wrestling too. Like stuff.
Yeah, and he's the only manager that can cause a riot. He's done that many times back in Mid-South era. He goes, I was good at what I did. There were people in the ring that wanted to take a shot at me and be happy to go to jail for, and I had the entire crowd wanting to kill me. That's why it was amazing he made it out of those arenas alive.
But he was a good heel manager.
Yes, he was. He was good at what he did. He got them people to want to riot.
But when it comes to like wrestling, like I rather listen to him than Vince Russo.
Well, Vince Russo couldn't hold. Look, Jim Cornette
Vince Russo doesn't have any wrestling knowledge.
Yeah, Jim Cornette came into wrestling to where they didn't script anything. He could ad-libbed it all. And that's what made it great. When they started scripting everything, it sucked. It still does.
Yeah, but it wasn't scripted, but they gave you a topic. Like, okay, Jim Cornette, your Midnight Express is going up against the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, and that's all they had to say. They could ad-libbed it all.
Yeah,
that's how good they were.
But they were just given a topic. Yeah. Okay, Jim, your opponent for tonight in the scaffolding match is Paul Heyman, or Paul E. Dangerously at the time.
Jim Cornette would have said, fuck you. He wouldn't do that.
That's
too damn dangerous. I know he did. He didn't like it.
Yeah.
Because I listen to the Corny Drive Through.
Yeah.
I like his show. It's great. It brings me back to the old Mid South era. That's why I listen to him, because it brings back memories of the old Mid South, and he'll talk about it too.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to Jim Cornette than Vince Russo. Like, I'd rather even listen to Paulie Dangerously or Paul Heyman, because he's
Yeah,
got good wrestling knowledge too.
Yeah, Jim Cornette showed what kind of heart he has, and he tried to hide it.
Yeah.
It broke his heart that him and his wife's dog passed away a couple weeks ago. I'm like, if him and his wife, Stacy, would be interested.
He's staying kayfabe. Like, he's like hiding emotions because he's still kayfabe a heel.
Well, he's that type of person that, the dog is like a family member. I didn't realize he had such a heart like that. I don't know how to contact him, and I would offer him, look, if you and Stacy are interested, I'll give you the pick of the litter the next time my ex-wife has pups. The dog, she raises pugs, purebred pugs, quality pugs at that, no doubt. And I was going to give him and his wife the pick of the litter because we only live 3 hours from Louisville.
But
and I do it for free. Because
what about? Did you ever like Paul Heyman?
I never really watched Paul Heyman that much.
By the nickname Paulie Dangerously.
Yeah,
he was part of the.
I never put him on the. Yeah, I never put him in the same caliber as Jim Cornette, though.
No, but he's a little bit better than Vince Russo, though.
Well, shit, anybody's better than Vince Russo.
Yeah. Except for Tony Khan, the guy for AEW. Like,
he's just a billionaire son that has a lot of money and can do it.
So basically, it's a hobby for him. He's not really like,
yeah.
And he's a fan, but he's not set up to run a wrestling business. He's a fan, not a. Yeah. I'm gonna head back downstairs.
Yeah, if I won that Powerball lottery for over that $1 billion, I'd have contacted Jim Cornette. I said, Jim Cornette, do you think we could invent a league of wrestling that's more believable, like you did in the Mid-South era?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would ask him, I'd like, can it be done in today's standards? I don't know if it can be done.
It can't be.
And then do it like they did back then, where you ad-libbed, you built your character, because I think that's what everybody's looking for, not the scripted shit.
I think with the independents, it's still like that, but not with the big leagues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, guys that can cut a promo, ad-lib, not scripted.
Right. But I'm saying I think it's still like that with the independents. The big leagues are too scripted. Like if you want the improvisation, I would go with the independent leagues.
Yeah. My dream tag team in the women's division of WWE would be Kana and Rhea Ripley. There were no way you could beat that tag team.
So you still call her Kana, not Asuka?
Because that's what she went by in Japan when I first saw her, was Kana. K-N-A.
Now she goes by the name Asuka, A-S-U-K-A.
Yeah, but her painted face gimmick, that's actually the gimmick she made of Kana.
Yeah.
She was like the female version of The Undertaker over in Japan then.
And you know what's really cool about Kana or Asuka or whatever her real name is?
It's Kana. Kanaka Yuri is her real name.
Yeah. She's a Kiss fan.
Oh yeah, I seen her with the t-shirt on.
Yeah. And she painted her face like Paul Stanley.
That the picture I saw, she didn't have it on. She had the T-shirt on.
Yeah. Oh, Cher's here. Shh.
Cher's in the background. Okay, hang on, I got her. Thanks for telling me. I wasn't paying attention. There she is.
Hey, how are you? How are you, Gordon?
I'm doing
Are you
good.
my friend? Hello. Hello, Sean. How you doing?
Hello, Cher.
And my speed vlogging with Vinko. I
Yeah,
get
and
those to
Cher.
my phone. And also
Cher.
Tammy, huh? What?
Give me the Friday. Wait till Friday morning. Well, our time, it would be Friday night, your time.
Okay. 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 How are you now, Gordon? It's been a long time.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. 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 Oh,
Sorry,
God.
I deleted you on Facebook because you weren't as active on Facebook.
She's on Instagram.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay if you're not active in Facebook because first of all, if you're not, as much as possible, your friends are connecting with you.
She's still on Messenger, Gordon. Everybody's still, even though I've been banned from
Yeah,
Facebook,
I have a
I
messenger.
use the Messenger.
Yeah, but
Sorry guys, I will take off the fan, okay? Because it's really hot in my location.
I even got rid of Sammy.
Hey, you got her on Messenger too?
No, I deleted her from Facebook.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Sammy's a little rough on the edges, but I've known them all for 5 years. That's why I give Sammy a lot of leeway because I'm used to her.
I mean, it's nice. She's nice.
For the most
I'm
part,
just-
yeah.
How is your
I
life?
mean, she had,
How is your life in Canada, Gordon?
freezing their tits off.
Actually, it's spring up here.
Oh, you want to see Sammy? I think she's still sleeping.
No, it's saying it's spring up here. Like everything's starting to melt.
Oh, it is? I
Okay,
thought it
okay.
was still freezing up there.
We're supposed to drop
spring
again,
that-
but
I thought spring didn't show up there until like June.
fuck you. You're from Chicago.
Yeah, that's usually you don't want to go to a Cubs game until June because that wind coming off the lake, you'll be freezing to death. Woo!
Yeah.
What about a Sox game?
Well, they're further from the lake. That's why going to a Sox game wasn't as bad. Ugh.
And what's with the
Yeah,
spelling
sorry,
of Sox?
guys.
Like Red Sox and White Sox, they use SOX. Like, don't you know how to spell Sox? SOCKS.
Well, it originally was the White Stockings, way back in the 1800s.
But why do they spell it SOX?
Because it's the style.
What
Like
about
that.
the Red Sox for Boston? Same thing. It's SOX.
Well, they were the Red Legs, or Cincinnati was the Red Legs. The Red Sox were the Red Stockings.
And who names themselves? Who names a sports team after a piece of clothing?
Come out with the Las Vegas Braziers or something, or or in Hawaii call it the Honolulu Hulas.
or in Minnesota, the Parkas.
Mhm.
Did you get a load of the new wrestler that WWE signed?
No, like I said, I haven't been
Pentagon
watching.
Jr. Pentagon Jr.
Who?
Pentagon Jr. or Penta.
Not sure who that is. Like I said, I only watch when Khan is involved. That's it.
Penta is a Mexican lucha.
And if they bring more of them over from Japan, I might watch a little more. There's a lot of them that they should be recruiting over there.
Do you like Shinsuke Nakamura?
I don't remember them all by name. I have to see them.
Have you ever heard of the Great Muta?
Yeah, he was a legend.
Have
He
you
was
ever
never
heard
in the WWE though. He was in WCW.
I thought he did have a stint in WWE.
Nope. He was retired when he took over, when WWE took over WCW. He was already retired. He was probably wrestling still in Japan, but he never wrestled for the WWE.
He wrestled with TNA.
Oh, he was there? Now, see, I didn't know he was part of those outfits. But I know because I watched WWE and stopped watching after the Attitude Era.
If he didn't wrestle for the WWE, why is he in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Well, because since WWE bought up all the territories, they have the rights to everything.
Guess who the WWE is going to finally induct this year?
Well, Jim Cornette was one of them I heard that was on the list.
Demolition.
Oh, yeah, they should easily get that. And they're both still alive, too.
Yeah, but one of them is dead.
Yeah, Crush, the younger one.
Brian Adams.
Yeah, he was from Hawaii. Shaka bra. Need to give that hand signal? From Kelowna, Hawaii.
Yeah. Then he was part of Chronic with Brian Clark.
But he had that gimmick Atom Bomb, too, right?
That's Brian Clark.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the same guy.
Brian Adams was Crush. Brian Clark was Atom Bomb and Wrath.
Yeah, well, they brought him in as Crush because Axe was getting too old. Yeah, he was leaving anyway. He was towards the end of his career.
Crush is a tall one. Then they changed his gimmick when Demolition split up.
Smash came up. He was the Repo Man.
They made him a baby face called Kona Crush.
Yeah, and Smash became the Repo Man. That was a good gimmick, believe it or not. I thought it was funny.
Then in WCW, he was the Blacktop Bully. That's Barry Darsow.
But when it comes to when they say whoever was the toughest wrestler, I always disagree with all of them. It was Mick Foley. There's only one person that could have kept up with Mick Foley, and that was Terry Funk.
What about
But
Harley
Mick
Race?
Foley, Harley Race couldn't keep up with those two. The amount of abuse they went through and the
What about
crazy
Stan
shit
Hansen? What about Stan Hansen?
they couldn't hold a candle to those two. That's why when they interviewed Ron Simmons, I love Mick Foley, good people. He goes, but you knew going in, he wasn't afraid of shit. Jump off of buildings, run through firewalls.
But I hear Mick Foley is a sweetheart in real life.
Oh, he is. That's why Ron Simmons, great people. He loved Mick Foley. It's just Mick Foley, totally
basically
unorthodox.
Mick Foley is just basically a big kid himself, isn't he?
He can be. But he knew what would sell. And when it came to raw, crazy shit, he was the man. because he's the one. Nobody ever did something like that before. When he had the Undertaker throw him off the cage, 15 feet onto that table. Oh,
And
they
then
made
go
that
through the
night.
roof of the cell too.
They made that night in Pittsburgh. The crowd went nuts when he came off the gurney and went back to the ring. The crowd went nuts.
Vince McMahon talked to Mick backstage after the match. He says, "I appreciate what you did, but never again."
Yeah, because even Mark up there on top, that's the Undertaker up there, was like, Mick, please move. Mick, please move. And then when he saw him moving, he was in relief because he thought he killed him. But Mick
He killed him.
Mick was doing
Yeah.
this as a teenager, jumping off the fucking roof of the barn that he had onto a mattress. He knew how to fall. Mick knew what he was doing. But there was risks involved, yeah.
But yeah, Vince McMahon appreciated what they were doing, but Vince McMahon also said, "Never again."
Yeah, because even to this day, that was what, 20 years ago. People still talk about that Hell in a Cell match.
Even WCW was doing a show that night too, and everybody in WCW in the locker room were paying attention to the monitors, watching the WWF show.
But I seen it in person once. Terry Funk against Mick Foley, they're best friends. I seen them two damn near kill each other and still be able to get up and walk out.
Hey,
It was
they were
amazing.
exploding barbed wire death matches in Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling in Japan.
Yeah, you name it, they had it out there in the ring. They had tables everywhere. And there was a lot,
I mean, in
all the
Japan-
crowd was
in
into that.
Japan, they had death matches.
Oh, yeah. Well, believe it or not, the most beloved wrestler in wrestling history in Japan is Terry Funk. A lot of people didn't know that. They love them over here. They love Terry Funk over there.
Because he was hardcore before hardcore.
Well, the first hardcore match was the Tupelo, Mississippi concession stand brawl. That was voted as being the first hardcore match. And the guy who ends up being the Honky Tonk Man was a part of that. And I remember Jim Cornette talking about it on his show. He goes, they got with the owner and they said that you can do whatever you want, just do not touch the popcorn machine. And when you watch it, they come close, but they don't touch that popcorn
Was
machine.
it Jerry Lawler versus Ferris?
No, Ferris was a part of it. Was a tag team match, and they ended up fighting in the concession stand. There was mustard, everything was smashed everywhere.
I thought it was.
You can
Jerry
find
the
it on
King-
YouTube.
I thought it was with Jerry the King Lawler. I thought it was Memphis.
I don't think Lawler was a part of it. Yeah, this was Mid-South because Jim Cornette was there when that happened.
Didn't Jerry Jarrett and Jerry Lawler have the same thing with Memphis Pro Wrestling?
Well, they tried to replicate it, and it didn't work. Jim Cornette talks about all this on
No,
his
wait.
show.
No, wait. Jerry Lawler had an empty arena match.
Yeah, there was a second time where they tried fighting in the concession stand like a couple weeks later to try to get that same pop, but it didn't work. Not like that first one did.
You know Jerry Jarrett, right?
The father of the son.
Jeff Jarrett's the son.
Oh yeah, that's right. I knew
Jerry
that
Jarrett
it was son of
and
him.
Jared the King Lawler were partners for Memphis Pro.
Yeah, see, Jim Cornette comes out of there, and he was mostly in Mid-South and Memphis there, because that's where Cornette grew up.
Didn't Cornette also do Florida Championship?
I think he may have did some things here
Oh.
and there.
Excuse me, vlogging with Binko is here.
Oh,
Binko
okay.
is here.
I don't see him on the list.
Oh my God, he's gone.
Yeah, see, I got my
Hey.
phone sitting next to me, and I can't look at it.
Vlogging with Binko, come back again, my sweet. Come back.
Yeah,
I can
because my phone is on the charger and I can't put it on the mount in the windshield. That's why you're looking at a blank screen because it was sitting on the cooler between the seats and I can't really see it.
By the way,
Share.
nice jump, Sean.
Yeah, share. Let me know when he's back and I'll pick him.
Okay, okay, I will.
Tell him the reason why I didn't see the red dot because I can't even see the screen unless I pick the phone up because the phone's on the charger and
I'll just
the cord's not
message
long
him.
enough. My cord's not long enough to reach the mount because Gordon will tell you my phone went dead and I was gone for a few minutes before I was able to get back in.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I always loved like Mick Foley.
My favorite gimmick of his was Cactus Jack, hands down.
What about Mankind?
Mankind was, but he did some brilliant shoots with Mankind, but I still like Cactus Jack because I think that's where he started.
You didn't like Dude Love?
Not really. To me, I just think that wasn't him. You know, I
That
want
was.
Cactus.
That was his first gimmick was Dude Love.
Well, yeah, when he was a kid. But to everybody else, you know, everybody knows him as Mankind originally, or Cactus Jack.
Mrs. Foley's baby boy.
Yeah, he has a gorgeous wife. She fell in love with him.
And they have a gorgeous daughter.
Yeah, look, she looks like her mom. But the reason why I can relate to Mick is because I think mine and his life were so parallel, it's ridiculous.
But yeah, I hear Mick Foley in real life, like he's a sweetheart and a big kid. Like he's a fan himself. And he has a room in his house that's dedicated to Santa Claus.
Oh, he does a brilliant Santa Claus.
No, he has a room in his house that's all year round dedicated
because he dresses as Santa every year. His daughter dyes his beard white.
Noel?
Yeah, and
That's why
the reason why
he named her Noel, because he likes Christmas.
well, a lot of wrestlers did that. Like, you know, Ric Flair named his daughter after the city he was from because he loved Charlotte so much.
No, her real name is Ashley.
I thought that was his youngest daughter was Ashley.
No, that's Charlotte. Charlotte's real name is Ashley.
Because
Pay
she was in the
attention now,
university.
Sean is coming now.
Okay.
I just give already the link.
Waiting for the red dot.
What are you eating, my friend?
I'm trying to get.
There we go. I got him now.
Oh, my sweet Binko. How are you? Sorry, he cannot see it because he's trying to cool down his phone.
Yeah, this is my cooler that's sitting between the seats because it can hold my phone and it's on the charger and the cord's not long enough to reach the mount on the dashboard or on the windshield.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Hey,
Because the
Get
phone
well
died on me.
soon, my sweet. How are you now?
well, I'm not yet well, my sweet. I'm still sick.
Okay. By the way,
You
this
sound
is
all right.
Gordon Powers from
Hey,
Canada.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Hey, Canuck here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the
You
only
say hello.
YouTuber that lives near you, the only YouTuber that I know that lives near you in Edmonton is oh shoot, what's her name? She took third place in the bikini competition I had. Hazel Emporium, her
Hazel.
YouTube channel. Yeah, Hazel. She's a Filipina. She's a nurse. OFW that lives in Edmonton.
I think I met her.
And she reminds me when she was in a swimsuit in the snow, screwing around in the snow. It reminded me of the woman from Grumpy Old Men Part Two. What was that actress's name? Because she did the same thing.
Sophia Loren.
No, she's a famous female actor from back in the '60s. Anne Margaret. She was in Grumpy Old Men too, and she was in a swimsuit and then jumped in the snow and just started fluffing it around. And she did the same
That's
thing, and I
Sophia
was
Loren.
amazed.
That was Sophia Loren.
That was
Yeah.
Sophia Loren. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Sophia Loren. Yeah.
I thought it was Anne Margaret.
Yeah, she's Italian. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Sophia Loren. That was in Grumpy Old Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of them. She was the one that Walter Matthau really liked, and they crashed grocery carts together. Yeah, she was in that, but so was Anne Margaret. That was across the street. That moved in, and they were watching her. It was Anne Margaret. She was in the snow and just like Hazel did that. Hazel did the same thing Anne Margaret did in the movie Grumpy Old Men. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, she had that actress was an Italian. She had an Italian mother in the movie that Burgess Meredith was getting involved in.
Burgess Meredith was
He
the Penguin in Batman.
Yeah, and he also was Jack Lemmon's father in Grumpy Old Men.
And wasn't he also the trainer in Rocky? Like, get
Yeah,
Rocky.
Mick. Yeah, as Mick. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Burgess
yeah.
Meredith.
Don, I just dropped the link again, okay? Because some people wants to come up, they cannot find the link, so I drop again.
Yes. Try to let me know if anybody's trying to get in. I'll try to keep an eye on it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they did the outtakes from Grumpy Old Men when he was talking to that old Italian lady, and she goes, "What island you from?" He goes, "I'm from Hawaii." "What island?" Akamawanalea.
Ja. Zato što stanki. A to ostalo tvrdo, brate.
I hope you're okay now, sweet
Yeah.
Vinko.
Yeah, I'm okay, my sweet.
Well, I'm gonna drop off.
Okay, take care, Gordon.
Yeah, have a good day.
Have a good day.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah. So where are you heading now, Sean? You're
There
just
we go.
staying
I'm
there only?
Thanks for coming, Gordon. No, I'm headed to Memphis. I got unloaded
Okay.
at ConAgra Foods in Russellville. Now I'm headed to Memphis, but I can't deliver until
Yeah.
tomorrow morning. Excuse me.
Damn, my appendix hurts.
Oh,
I had
why?
mine removed.
What happened?
I don't know.
Can you
Oh,
hold?
maybe because you have constipation.
No, because when I sit a lot, so yeah. Yeah, I will
Vinko,
be-
can
I
you
will be
hold
fine.
food down? Vinko, did you hear me?
What? What, bro, Sean?
Can you hold when you eat? Can you hold it down without getting sick?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's not your appendix. If it's your appendix, you won't be able to hold food down. Because I had
Yeah,
mine
I
removed
know.
when I was 8.
Oh, my brother also, but it skipped me, so I'm good.
Yeah, but when I had my appendix removed, I felt like they scrambled my guts, and it was like, oh.
Oh, I can only imagine. My goodness, ooh, it must hurt like hell. My God.
I remember it. I was in the hospital 3 days, I think I was.
Oh, I got goosebumps when I think of that. Ooh.
Yeah, if you can't hold food down and you got a pain down there in your lower abdomen, then yes, I would get checked out.
Oh no, no, it's okay. Thank God.
Yeah.
I'm always good. Oh, and I lost like many pounds because I'm on a diet for 11 months.
Man, just
Yeah.
drink a lot of water. Keep
Yeah.
hydrated.
It sucks when you're sick. Oh my God.
Anyway, I enjoy you guys being here with me. I started this live stream when I started driving on I-40 in Arkansas when I left the O2, and I'm almost to the Petro there in West Memphis because that's where I'm going to park because I can't deliver this till
Okay.
tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Okay.
And
where is our big kaboom, Ellie?
he was here.
I put. Oh, he went down.
Yeah, try to get Ellie to come up here. Ellie, let me know. Let Cher know that you're waiting in the background, and I'll bring you up or backstage. I mean.
I drop already the link. You know Ellie. My God.
Hmm. And I don't want to
Okay,
take the
I'll
phone
just
off the
adjust.
charger because my phone will go dead again.
Yeah, I will give it to his messenger.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he only wait to see it when you send him to Messenger.
And tell him if he was in backstage, I didn't see him because I got the phone where I can't see the phone at all. It's on my cooler between the seats because I have it on the charger, and
Uh,
whenever I put the phone on that mount, I can't use the charger.
Mama, jel ti imaš nekad čoveče kad kihneš, ruka te zaboli.
Oh, Vinko, now I remembered the question to ask you.
Meni jes. Evo ovde.
Let me know when you're ready. Vinko, I gotta.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I didn't want to disturb. Ukraine. I know they speak Russian, but their native language is Slavic, like yours, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure of that because I know you would know that.
Oh, many of them they're speaking Croatian. Yeah.
They speak Croatian?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Čuvaj se. Glory to Ukraine.
Oh. Mhm.
Down to America.
But Vinko, sweet Vinko, you can write like Russian letters, right?
Yeah, but I need special keyboard for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Special
Yeah.
Oh, by
keyboard.
the way, lately I was doing a live in Instagram, okay? And Creta, Austria likes your portrait in high paint.
Oh.
They like it. Your portrait.
Oh yeah, because I'm so handsome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're so handsome.
Yeah, me so handsome. Me love you a long time.
But in
Yeah.
your country's history, Vinko, before it was Yugoslavia, you were in the Austrian-Hungarian Empire.
Yep.
Way
Yep.
back. Yeah, okay, I thought so. We're talking like early 20th century, over 100 years ago.
Yeah, because one of my friends he's from Serbia and he uses like Russian letters and I asked him why did you buy a special keyboard and he's like for our letters we need a special keyboard. It's not a Latin or American. We need a special keyboard for our letters. And I was
Oh,
like,
you can't
wow.
convert your keyboard.
Yeah,
Your
he
keyboard
tried.
can't be converted.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay.
My sweet Vinko. Can you write in Russian your name and then send it to me? Just write it in a paper. Can you
Oh,
please?
oh yeah. When I finish talking to you, I will write it.
Okay. Mwah.
Yeah, because I'm a little
Sorry,
rusty,
guys.
but yeah, I will. Yeah, yeah. It is called Chirilica. Yeah.
Yeah, because I might write it in your no in that portrait. You know, I can copy it.
Yeah, because you see,
Yeah.
these are the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. There is our Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. Yeah,
Yeah, but
we were
when it was
socialist.
Yugoslavia, Sarajevo was beautiful. During
Oh
the
yeah.
Olympics, they showed the city and the people. It was beautiful there. And when that all that happened, it's like, why is this country tearing itself apart? And I didn't trust what the news was saying. It's like they don't even freaking know. It's like, what's going on?
Why is it Trump is so rude to the president of Ukraine? The way he talk, my
Because
goodness.
because he didn't. Trump doesn't understand the history or why things went down in Ukraine, and neither did Trump know that it's our fault that all this happened because our CIA went in back in 2013 and overthrew Viktor Yanukovych, which was the democratically elected president of Ukraine. He wanted to keep Ukraine neutral, which he should have anyway. But NATO and our military industrial complex wanted to start static there or try to get them in NATO so they can make more money. So our CIA overthrew him and installed Zelensky. And on a Ukrainian TV program, Zelensky played as the president. He was a comedian, an actor. So they installed him as a puppet. That's why Trump didn't have any respect
Oh,
for him.
okay, okay.
But it was us that started this shit. Our CIA and our government. It's all about money. And they don't care how many people die or whatever. If we haven't overthrown Viktor Yanukovych, then none of this would have happened.
Oh, I hear. Canada will cut off the oil and everything to America. Yeah.
Yeah, they know it's our leader, not the people.
Yeah.
That's why I tell everybody watch the movie Canadian Bacon that came out in 1995, and you'll be like, "This is ridiculous." Exactly.
Oh my goodness. I watched it
Yeah.
last night, yesterday. Yeah, my God. Uncle Buck. What else? Yeah, I love his movies. My God.
Oh,
John
John
Candy.
Candy's
Oh yeah,
all
he's
of his
awesome.
movies are good.
He's awesome.
Yeah,
My God.
I got them all except for Cool Runnings. That's the only one I'm missing. He did Who's Harry Crumb, Armed and Dangerous, Brewster's Millions, Stripes. Oh, Only the Lonely, Wagons East, Uncle
Oh,
Buck,
sure.
The
I
Great
done it. This is
Outdoors.
my name on Russian. Yeah, I done it somehow. I don't know how, but I use Google Translator actually. Yeah, that is my name. B is V, N is I, H is N, and Co O is Vinko. Yeah, that is my name on Russian.
Send me sweet
Yeah,
later, okay? If you
yeah,
write it in the paper and send it to me.
I will.
Then take
I,
a
I think I,
picture.
I I
Yeah,
think my dumbass friend he spent his money on keyboard, but he just need to use
Rinko.
Google Translator.
When I look at the Russian language, I see this letter that's like a weird shaped capital letter A. How do you
Yeah.
pronounce that?
Майко, koje slovo na ruskom koje na našem?
It's like a capital letter A, but it's shaped weird.
Oh, it is E. It is
That's
E.
an E. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Because my mom, she was younger. Her main subject was Russian. Oh my goodness. because that time is Soviet Union. Yeah, we
Yeah,
was brothers. So
give me a shot or two of vodka, and you think I'd know what I'm talking about. I try to speak Russian because I'll act like I'm Russian. Hey,
oh
just
my
like
goodness,
tequila,
we drink vodka here all the time. Yeah.
just like tequila. If I had a couple shots of tequila, I'd try to act like I'm Spanish or Mexican.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's really hot in here. That's why I opened the electric fan.
Oh my goodness, here's five Celsius. Yeah, it is good. Yeah, but it is still cold in the night. So yeah.
I just invited Sammy. I sent her the link.
in Uncle Buck, did you know what ritual mass suicide is? No. Well, you'll be part of it soon.
Oh, Rich, have you ever been to a ritual killing? Yeah, I like that. He's wearing that Russian winter hat, which I got
Yeah,
one of those. Man, those really do keep your head warm, believe it or
yeah,
not.
it is. Oh, I have a hatchet in my car. I'll just go and grab it. Oh my god!
I
But
like that when he drops the ball.
oh
He
yeah,
tees
the
off
golf ball.
and hits the kid. Yeah, and he hit the kid in the back of the head. And he was like, "Yes, sir." I mean, that was some distance he hit that. He hit him from, you know.
Oh yeah, it's a good shot actually.
And he starts talking shit again. So he drops another ball to the ground and he takes off running.
Oh my god, Uncle Buck. Oh, but when it's car, it's like hello. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody
Yeah,
down.
that's what happens when you run cheap gasoline in your car back in the day.
Oh yeah.
The thing will never shut off.
My God, I miss those days. Yeah, old days. My God.
No to je dobar, mi kod nekaši.
Koji?
Ovaj si.
Dobro, ali opet imam ono kad mi navrne u pičku materinu.
Jeste, ali nije u mene.
No ja, u tebe je katastrofa, jer ono. Katastrofa. Katastrofa! Wait a second. I need to see something.
Kao što je i sam rekao, Saša Popović još od 80. godina veliki je dubiteljsku podsjetnika u
See, is des koholodno. Cold here. Koholodno. Korošaja pogoda.
zatim sportski towarisz
Kravisaja Devuska.
ali nowy sportski elektryczny BMW.
Krajsava Devuska.
Pisac
To znači lijepa djevojka. Krajsava Devuska.
naravno uživa
Красива я.
Krasivaja Devuska.
Девушка.
Devuška. Ja, krasivaja Devuška.
Девушка.
Devuška.
Да, я.
DJ. A ne, ali čita se sa EV. Devuška. Djevuška.
Девушка, он много в
Zove bi keca. Хорошо. Хорошо, товарищ, хорошо. Здравствуй, товарищ. Нет, ничего. Бабушка, дедушка, татушка, мамушка.
Отец,
Отец.
мамушка.
Мамушка. А как се каже живела Русия? Živjela Rusija. Što? Pa Rusija, pa ruski narod nam ništa nije nažao učinio, moja mama. Jebo Putina, Putin je serolja. A ruski narod je fin. Ja, ruski narod je fin, boga, to nisu loši.
Vinko,
Meni je Rusija fina. Ja.
when's the next presidential election in the Russian Federation? I know it's coming up.
I think in the summer this year. I think, but it will be fixed just like with your fat boy.
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of people say that, but there's no proof of that. I give them the benefit of the doubt, because I mean, he was president, then got voted out, somebody else came in, but then he came back and won the election again, just like Trump did.
Yeah, I just hope the other president will come in instead Putin. My God, we have enough of him. Actually, yeah, he was a lousy president. Actually,
But I
Yeah.
tell everybody the reason why the invasion happened is because the people in the separatist areas were getting killed, unarmed civilians were getting killed by the Ukrainian army because of hatred, like the Israelis and the Palestinians. It was the same thing. And plus,
did you
Ukraine
know?
shouldn't.
Did you know
ahead.
Putin was a KGB agent? When he was young?
Well, back in the Cold War, yeah.
Yeah, he was a KGB. Yeah, he's in like a old iron fist.
But they were all saying, "Oh, he's going to invade Poland." He is not interested. Russia's not interested in doing that.
Nah. Russian people, they're really nice. They even
Yeah,
hate
I've been
Putin.
there. So I've never been to
Yeah.
Croatia, but I've been to Russia. They're just like us. They just speak a different
Yeah.
language.
Yeah, they're very nice. Actually, if you're like hungry or something, they will take you in. They will feed you. They're really,
Yeah.
really hospitable people.
Just don't be the one that opens the bottle.
Yeah.
You open the bottle, you better drink it with them, and I'll be on the frickin' floor. When somebody else opens it, I'll have one shot, but that's it.
There's like in Russia, there's like a small town, and there's one guy. His name is Igor, and he has a farm of bears. Oh my goodness! The bear is teach how to handshake. Yeah. But my goodness, I was so terrified to grab his paw. My God.
So he's the
He's
Russian
huge.
version of Grizzly Adams.
Yeah. But those bears are really polite. They will play with you and hug you. They will not eat you or kill you.
Yeah, he probably raised them since they were cubs.
Yeah. And they eat together by one table. And and he eats like cabbage, carrot and stuff. Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
fish.
Well, Grizzly Adams did the same thing. You're talking; these are vicious bears, but he raised them since they were cubs, and he had a
Yeah.
bunch of them, and that's how he got the name Grizzly Adams.
Yeah. But you know me, I love all animals, so yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want a 1,200-pound female bear chasing after you with cubs. You better know how to. You better know some sports really quick. And running up a tree ain't gonna help you. That
Oh
bear will
yeah,
knock the tree down with you in it, and you're in
yeah.
for a ride.
Because the female. Oh my goodness, she's so vicious. Yeah, she's
Yes,
defending the cubs.
yeah. If they got cubs, they will chase you for miles
Yeah. It is much more better to go to the sewers or something.
because these tourists. I was on the top of Donner Pass. It's in the middle of June. Okay, it's nice and warm, and they were at the rest area, and down the hill there was a grizzly bear with cubs, and they were working their way up the hill, and everybody's taking photos, and I'm like, if you folks want to stay alive, get out of here now. That mother bear sees you, that mother
Oh
bear
yeah.
will chase you to defend her cubs. So I get back to your vehicle right now. And I said, I'm out of here before that bear gets any closer.
Oh yeah, my God. When I saw the movie Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio, no, thank you. I was like, I'm gone. My goodness. Ugh. Yeah, she has big claws, big teeth. My
Yeah, a
God.
female bear with cubs is, you won't find another vicious animal than that. A
Yeah,
female bear defending her cubs? Oh my God.
the females are the worst. The male, he's polite and peaceful, but female, oh my God. Ooh. But yeah, I met a female. She's nice. Yeah, she's well raised. She's domestic. So yeah. Oh, one time she grabbed me by my leg and throw me to the floor, and then she tried to lick me with her big tongue. Oh my God, I was so wet. Oh, and she's okay for me to play with her young ones. Yeah.
Well, if they've been
I'm
domesticated, yeah, you'll be all right.
yeah. But he told me like if you're in a wild doing that, you will be dead. And I was like, noted. Yeah. Because she doesn't trust anyone. She thinks you're a threat to her cubs. Oh yeah, in our country, the big musician he passed away a couple of days ago. He was an icon of former Yugoslavia. Yeah, he died of cancer. But my God, he was so rich. He had like 100 cars, Lamborghini, Porsche, Maserati, Bugatti, whatever. My God, but that didn't save him. He went to the Turkey and Russia for chemos and stuff, but he passed away anyway. Yeah, you hear there's our music, our country music actually. Yeah, we have a lot of violin and accordion. Yeah,
I thought I was hearing a harpsichord,
yeah,
but I wasn't sure.
yeah. We have lots of amazing music. You know, but it is all in our language, so it is very difficult to understand. But the music is awesome, actually.
I make a joke about the harpsichord. I said it's a broken 17th century piano. It sounds broken.
Oh my God! Yesterday I was in one live stream, and there is one guy with the guitar, and I was like, dude, can you know how to do at least one rock band? Just like 2 minutes. He doesn't know one single rock band to play. And I was like, what kind of a musician are you? You're playing 3 songs for 3 years already. You're like a broken record. My
Are you
God.
talking about Doug the guitarist?
Yeah,
Doug?
yeah, about him. My God, he doesn't know anything. Oh, jeez. And you call yourself a guitarist? No, you're not. Actually, you don't know one single song of
Well,
Metallica, Def
my sweet,
Leppard, Ozzy Osbourne,
my sweet,
Hendrix. Nothing.
my sweet, my sweet. All he knows is his own composition only.
No, he's
That's
not a
it.
musician. Then he's not a musician. Then you need to know songs. I speak that
Yeah,
honestly. He's not a musician. So
Well,
yeah.
I can play multiple instruments effectively.
Oh no, no, you're different. You know a lot of songs, but he doesn't know. My God. At least can you do like a copy or something? My God. And I was like, really? Oh my goodness. Then yeah, you need to learn a lot of stuff then.
What 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 happened was when we were in school and we were in band class because you had to. It was mandatory. You had to take band class every year of all the way from kindergarten till you graduate high school. It was mandatory. You had to be in music. And out of boredom, sometimes when we're waiting for the teacher to start the class, we'd all experiment and play each other's instruments and shit, just out of boredom.
But you see, ask Cher, can you draw me a horse? She will know how to draw a horse. Can you draw a dog? She know how to draw a dog. That means she knows a lot of stuff. And that is an artist.
Yeah,
Oh my God, you don't know anything.
Yeah,
I
she's
mean,
better at animals than humans, though.
you can be angry with me as much as you
yeah.
like, but I'm honest. I'm straight up.
I
You're
can
not a
I
musician.
can draw a human, but not so perfectly. But I can draw I can draw them only in pointillism. That means in pen and ink.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
you're
but at
more
least sure you
accurate
know a
with
lot of stuff.
animals.
You know a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So
Oh,
even the great artist will tell you you need to know a lot of songs from different bands
I
in
will
order
tell
to
you
succeed.
something, sweetheart. I will tell you something. I was in the panel of the other YouTuber, okay? And someone but why? What can you say to other people? They call you a shit artist. You know what I said? Oh, maybe that person is getting jealous for nothing.
Of course, jealousy.
I have a degree. How come I become shit? Okay,
Yeah, try to
everybody
succeed
has
in
his own
academy.
style.
Yeah, you know, my sweet share. Just tell them try to succeed in my shoes, and I will give you credit. Just that.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
don't know art to
Well,
save their own ass.
yeah, I know. And to be honest, I was making a new art, and Creta Color Austria saw my artwork. They really like it. That is
Yeah.
Austria, huh? That is in Europe. So how
I,
come there are some bunch of idiots there calling me shit artist, and yet there are some other countries like owning a colored pencil. Uh, they like my artwork. The
I wish I
problem is
know.
these people they take me personally, okay, because of the looks.
I
Yeah,
wish I know
you know what?
those
These people they
galleries
like
in.
a hooker looking, you know.
Yeah.
They like a hooker.
You know the hooker looking is like this. Okay, sorry to say this, those girls who likes to show their cleavage, those girls who pretending to be single, but in reality they're not. Yeah, and these are the people who likes to dress up like I don't know, worse than prostitute from Angela City. Okay, yeah. Sorry to say this, I'm just telling the truth. Now, if you feel offended, then don't listen to me.
Oh,
I
oh,
have a freedom of speech because you criticize me, guys. Sorry.
there is one guy. He told me like 1 week ago. Oh, can you apologize to that woman? No, I will not apologize to none woman ever because I didn't start it first. She is the one who called me. I'm full of hate. I'm this. I'm that. Lady, you don't know me. You don't spend time with
Yeah,
me. You don't feed me or dress me. You don't buy me shit. You know who the fuck I am. So I will never apologize to you. And that like old pedophile who loves you, then you can have children together. I don't care. Yeah. So if I
Yeah,
see him
much
ever again,
better.
I will ban him.
My sweet Binko, much better that you're single. Okay, don't bite the bait of those bored OFW who's already married and yet they are fucking around here on Whitey World.
No,
Sorry,
no,
I'm
I
just
don't
trying to
care.
be straightforward.
I don't care about that, Cher, to tell you the truth. So
Yeah,
I'm just saying I will not apologize to anyone, because she needs to
yeah,
apologize
that's
to
good.
me. She needs to apologize to me. Yeah, she knows who she is. She's on YouTube. She dances a lot. She needs to apologize to me, not the other way around.
I know her. I know her. We
When
know
she
that.
apologizes
Okay,
to
sorry.
me, then I will accept it. Rather than that,
I will.
no.
I will zipper my.
I mean, all of a sudden, on Messenger, she's like, "Oh, you're full of hate." Really? How did you know I'm full of hate? Did you know me? Where am I born? What is my life? What kind of a shit I've been through all my life? You don't know shit about me. So fuck off. Yeah. I, I'm not your daddy, those sugar daddies who will bound their head in front of you. No, 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 no. Yeah, I will just tell you to piss off. I'm just like Sammy, you know. If you provoke me, oh, you will hear
Oh,
some
Sammy.
nasty. You will hear some nasty stuff from me. So yeah, don't play with the ball, lady. Yeah, you will get the horns.
Well, Sammy will take the horns.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
Sammy.
like Sammy.
You know what? I really like
Sammy
from
is awesome.
Sammy. She really loves. She really loves so much Kuya Sean. Okay, she really
Yeah.
take care of Sean. Remember when J Mike mocked you? Oh, she went on the panel and say
Mhm.
F you, all the word.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
that is a
trying to
real
find
friend.
that live stream too to rewatch it to laugh. I was
That is a
laughing
real
the entire
friend.
time.
That is a real friend. Yeah, who
Yeah,
will
you
still
got to
buy you
go.
and defend you.
It's one of Darren's live streams from like 3 to 4 years ago. It was some time ago, 3 years ago, I think it was.
I can trust Sammy. She's a nice woman. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, she
I
is.
know
because
a lot of people don't like her. No, come on, she's
because
a nice friend.
I remember Darren say J Mike said something to Darren about it, and Darren didn't even look at the camera. He was looking at his phone. He said, "You two fight it amongst yourselves," and boy, they went at it.
Oh yeah, I don't care. You just fight.
Yeah, because they're both Darren's friends, and he's not going to get in between two friends fighting over something he had no
Yeah,
clue.
I will just leave you to argue with yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I had no clue what they were arguing about either. So I muted and was laughing.
Yeah, I will do the same. My God, it'll be so fun. Oh my God. My God, but these people from YouTube, my God, they're like they're wannabes, you know. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. You know
Yeah,
what you
so
are, my
many to be
friend?
honest.
You're a penis on a popsicle. That's what you are. So yeah, don't be pretend you're like a superstar or something because you're not. Yeah, quite frankly, I don't like that kind of behavior to people. We are like flesh and blood. We are normal human beings.
Y'all might be hearing my reefer unit because I got to put fuel in my reefer unit before I park
Okie dokie.
because I know it's low on fuel,
Okay.
No
and I don't want to.
problemo.
Halfway during my 10-hour break, I don't want to. You need reefer fuel, and the alarm's going off. I'm like, I better fill it.
Yeah. So how are you now, my sweet Dinko? How is your feeling?
Oh, I'm good. Oh,
Yeah, after
listen,
the live stream.
listen to this.
What?
Share Milaya.
What?
That means share is sweet on Russian. Share Milaya.
Oh, mwah, bolinte. Oh, by the way, my sweet, after this live stream, I'll call you, okay?
Okay, okay. I'm here
Yeah,
anyway
yeah.
in bed because I can go out. I still
Yeah, I
still
can.
sleepy.
Yeah, I can sleep for now because I will try to finish this artwork. And Creta Philippines wants to see this cat portrait, and I might give this to the original owner. She's a recording artist, and
Oh,
I asked her permission to draw her cats because that is her cat, and she's a recording artist, so I have to give respect, you know. Unlike
mm.
others from YouTubers, they don't know how to respect artists. So there you go.
Coco.
Yeah.
Where is Coco?
You know, I really like Sammy, to be honest. Although Sammy is really, you know,
No,
she's
no,
a
no.
sweet woman.
Sam is a real nice person because even though the other day I was so sick, she make me laugh. My God, yeah,
Yeah. Oh
she
yeah.
cheer me up.
Oh
She
yeah.
cheer me up. Oh yeah.
Where's Ellie? Ellie, come up in the
Hello.
panel. Come on. Ellie is hiding. Doesn't want to come up. Ellie, you must love Sammy. You know. Yeah. You will give her a big kaboom.
Big kaboom.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, please try to respect Ellie. You know, Ellie is a nice Australian Lebanese guy, okay? And although he
Yeah,
has a disability, he's really nice guy.
Ellie's my bro.
Yeah, we give respect to him.
That
Yeah,
is
some
why
people.
I love talking to you and Sean and Nelly and Tammy. My God,
Oh yeah.
we always have a laugh. Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We miss you, Sammy. Come up in the panel. Come on. I
Oh
give you
yeah. Oh
already the
yeah.
link.
Oh my God. Yeah. So we can joke around. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the whole
Yeah. Yes,
point
Sean.
of being friends. We can all joke around all the time.
You know what? True friends should not avoiding each other, okay, no matter what happened, okay, no
Yeah. Yeah.
matter some of us become successful, don't forget your friends.
Yeah.
That's my
That is
motto
true.
because I have friends before in college time when they become well known, they forget their classmates. I really don't like that, you know. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know, guys, okay. I have a classmate in college. His name is Yeblin. His son is a future next to Manny Pacquiao. He's a boxer. And another thing, he's a boxer plus he is a good painter, just like the father. Yeah, right now they are in Mindanao, and their last name is Salviderio. In case that you see this guy with the name of Salviderio, that is the son of my classmate. My classmate, you know what? That guy is really good in poster painting.
Mm.
And until now, his artwork is still here. I keep it because he's a really good artist. But he's a soldier now.
Oh
Are
my
you
goodness.
there?
I was okay. Yes, I'm
Are you
here.
there? Oh, Bink? Oh, Binko? Oh, Sammy? Come on, guys. I'm just trying to cheer you up. You know, I have loads of problems. Sean knows my problem. Yeah.
You know, in my people, we have like if you're sad, you know, just hit it to be happy or to joy or something like that. You know, because my quote from my people is hard to translate to English. And so yeah, because our language is difficult. But
Oh yeah.
in the sense of something like that, yeah.
Ay, Sean and Ellie. Let's see if Ellie is still here. Okay. Let's say something to Ellie. Ellie,
Oh, there we go.
come
Now you
on,
can hear
guys.
me.
Oh, there you go, Sean.
Well, I didn't know my screen went blank. When that goes blank, you can't hear me.
Okay, okay, no problem.
My sweet, what did you write here? BNH Co. Is that your name?
In
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah,
Russian,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay. I will screenshot this, okay, and then I will write it in your name. Sorry, guys, I'm just being silly here.
Oh my goodness, you know, thank God I'm feeling a little better, so which is good. But you know, tonight when in you know longer hours, oh my goodness, so I think I will have like a lot of cough or something, but I will survive.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, can you give Vinco a jacket?
You have to wait till I get. I'm on my laptop. I can't
Yeah,
do
in
it
the
from the phone.
laptop. Okay.
No
Yeah.
problem, no problem.
Oh yeah. I really miss Sammy. Sammy, come up. We really miss you at working. I think she's still sleeping. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh my God, my boat is like. Hey, hey. Yeah, later I will feed them before I go to sleep, or I will finish something, and I will finish also your portrait. Your portrait, and then
Man,
I'll send it over to you. I will write it. I will write in Russian, okay, so people will know that you are from Russia, from Croatia.
man, all the spots are reserved paid parking, so I got to go all the way back in there.
Oh my God, here in my country about the parking, we have so much problems. My God, oh, they're so boring. My goodness, you know, if you like stop for 1 minute and the engine is running, and I was like, I will be only here for a minute. Oh, you need to pay for it. Well, that is not the law. I don't need to pay for it for 1 minute. So yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to take a pictures, and I was like, give me that phone. You will eat it. Oh my God.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Assholes.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah, Sean. For
Yeah.
how long you will be live?
Huh? Oh, I'll keep it going. I'm gonna have to
Okay.
leave you two for a minute. Well, for about 10 minutes maybe, because I got to go and pay for this parking and get my fuel receipt.
Oh,
Okay. Because I might step down now. Okay. Because I feel dizzy. I'll just take a rest for a while.
okay.
It's
Okay.
okay. Thank you.
I think I will also because yeah, I
Oh,
need to
okay.
take my medicine.
Well,
But
I'll
thank
go
you,
ahead.
brother Sean.
Yeah,
Thank
I'll go
you.
ahead and
Okay.
end then.
Take care, Sean.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank
Okay.
See
Okay.
you
you.
guys
Bye.
later.
Bye, brother
Bye
Sean.
bye. Thanks for coming, guys. Y'all have a good one. See you later. Bye bye.